Let me say something that might sound strange at first. UGC is not about content. It's not about filming videos. It's not about lighting, editing, or even creativity. UGC is about identity. Because if UGC was just about content, more people would be successful at it. The thing is that most people don't quit because they are bad at filming. They quit because they don't like who they have to become to keep going. And today I want to talk about the part of UGC creation that almost nobody explains. The internal changes that happen when you press record consistently. If you ever felt uncomfortable filming, hesitated before posting, or questioned whether this is really for you, this video will make a lot of things click. And if you're interested in the real side of UGC, not just tactics, but the mindset behind building it, consider subscribing. That's exactly what this channel is about. Let's start here. Why does pressing record feel so uncomfortable? It's not because you don't know what to say. It's not because you don't have ideas. And it's not because you are not confident enough. It feels uncomfortable because pressing record is exposure. The moment you record, you are no longer just thinking, you are being seen. And most of us were raised to avoid that. We were taught things like, don't draw attention to yourself. Don't sound stupid. Don't mess up publicly. You know, UGC asks you to do the opposite. It asks you to speak before you are ready, be visible before you feel confident, share before you are certain. That discomfort isn't a sign you are doing something wrong. It's a sign you are stepping outside an old identity. And more creators misinterpret that feeling. They think, this isn't for me. I'm not built for this. Other people are more natural. But the truth is, everyone feels this at the beginning. The difference is not talent. It's whether you stay long enough for your identity to catch up. Here is something no one tells you. When you start UGC, you are not just learning a skill, you are changing roles. You move from a consumer to a creator, from an observer to a participant, from a private person to a visible person. And that creates resistance because your old identity says, I watch content, I don't make it. I stay behind the scenes. UGC challenges that story. That's why people procrastinate. That's why they overthink. That's why they keep preparing but never posting. Not because they are lazy, but because their identity hasn't updated yet. Your mind is trying to protect you from change. And here is the uncomfortable part. The version of you that wants results cannot think like the version of you that wants safety. You can't grow while protecting the same identity. And every time you press record, you are quietly choosing which version of yourself you are feeding. This is where most people get it backwards. They say, I'll start when I'm confident, or I just need to feel ready. But the confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after repetition. Confidence is feedback, not fuel. You don't wake up confident. You earn it by surviving discomfort. Every video you record does something subtle. You hear your voice more. You see yourself on camera. You realize nothing bad happens. And slowly, your nervous system relaxes. Not because you told yourself affirmations, but because you proved to yourself you can handle it. That's why confidence feels impossible at the beginning, because there is no evidence yet. UGC creators who succeed are not braver. They are just willing to act without confidence longer. Let's talk about fear. Fear doesn't show up because UGC is dangerous. It shows up because change threatens identity. Your brain prefers familiar discomfort over unfamiliar growth, even, even if growth is better. UGC forces change. How you speak, how you see yourself, how others see you. And change always feels like loss before it feels like gain. You lose anonymity, perfection, control over opinions, but you can gain confidence, skill, leverage, options. Options. Most people quit during the identity transition phase, right when it feels awkward, right when growth is happening. Not because it's not working, but because it is. This is the part that actually changes everything. Repetition rewires identity. When you press record consistently, your brain stops asking, "Who am I to do this?" and starts saying, "This is just what I do." That's the shift. You stop being someone trying to be a creator and you become someone who creates. Not because of one viral video, not because of brand deals, but because of repetition. UGC success is not momentum from motivation, it's momentum from familiarity. The camera becomes normal, your voice becomes normal, posting becomes normal, and confidence quietly follows. So, if UGC feels uncomfortable right now, that doesn't mean you are failing. It means your identity is catching up. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait to feel confident. Press record. Let repetition do the work. Because UGC isn't about content, it's about who you become when you keep showing up anyway. If this video changed how you think about UGC or creating in general, subscribing might be a good next step. I go deeper into this side of creation here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.